So we managed to unwrap a box of crisps. I hope it's just not crisps on the inside. I hope it's the toy I've been waiting for all week. It was supposed to arrive yesterday, but it didn't. I'm not sure if it was a logistic trouble or something, but I'm just so glad it's arrived now. I'm really excited to get my hands on this and see how it feels like and how it handles once I have time to install it. Even though I got this on eBay, the people that I bought this from have been nice and wrapped it really well. This looks actually quite nice. So alright, let's get going with the actual unboxing part of this. So let's see what this is. This should just be, yeah, it's just filler. It goes that way. Then we have a big box here and we have a smaller box on this side. Oh, there we go. Ah, there we go. That is the shifter. The box isn't that big. I thought it was going to be bigger, but then again, my hand on the shifter. Well, it should work. So let's put that one to the side. And just more junk. More junk. Okay, this is going to be a bit heavy. Oh, it did weigh a little bit, but I can lift it on one arm. Probably have to jump cut a lot of those noises. Alright, so what we have here are two boxes. This should be the steering wheel and the pedals, and this should be the G29 shifter. So I think I paid... The reason I got this package is because both of them together cost me about £255 on eBay, and just one of these seemed to be somewhere all the way up to £300 alone, and then about 50 quid extra for one of these guys. Alright, so let's start with the force shifter here then. Let's see if I can't... Oh, nope, I cannot. So we're gonna have to sew it with one hand. I really need to get myself a GoPro or something so I can properly unwrap these. I'll have to try and hold the camera at the same time. Oh, it's a Dixon's retail on this one. I wasn't aware that I was buying it from Dixon's. And if I did, that was a fairly cheap price for getting from Dixon's. In case you're not familiar with them, they are mid-range technology store, as far as I recall. I've not really shopped with them before, but the box is, as far as I can tell, brand new. Don't believe this one has ever been opened. So, well, let's continue on here then. There's a plastic seal. Try to not look at the camera lens while I'm cutting these things. I want to try and keep the box as clean and pristine as possible. Well, I didn't manage to cut that properly. I'm just getting too excited about this now. Oh, that was quite a sharp one. Oh, sharp, it was a strong one. Okay, here we go. First flap is open. There we go. Here comes the next flap. Well, that's new. Well, the box itself is really sturdy. It bodes well. It's definitely not cheap stuff. Although it's just cardboard. You can see me really pressing, and I'm not doing much damage to it at all. So that's always boding well, whereas my old graphics teachers told me the quality about the print is always in the paper, and that was all there was in there. No, there are a few more things. So what have they done here? They just stuck it to the side, so you ripped a little bit off the cardboard box like that. That wasn't nice. You could probably install it the same way if you would ever sell it on, so you just glue it back on that side. Right, let's have a look on the stick itself. This is just the manual. I can just bend it like this. I don't think there should be any CD or anything in this. And here's the stick. The weight of it is fairly reasonable. I wouldn't feel out of place installing this in a real car. At least not for the top part. I know I've actually worked a little bit with cars, and the actual gearbox itself is fairly heavy, but the sticks, they are about this weight. Alright, let's see if I can't. I'm probably gonna cut this so I can open this plastic. Oh, I've managed to get it on one hand. Oh, I really need to get good with this camera. Alright, shake. So, a plastic bag just contained this, the gear stick, the USB cable. Oh, it's one of these cables. Quite likely it just plugs into the steering wheel. I haven't really researched that bit. Yeah, the table screw here. Actually feels really robust. It's all plastic, but this is definitely not cheap plastic. And yeah, the edge clamp, so you can really fine-tune the grip you want. Oh, there's a sleeve here, and that feels like real leather. It's probably fake, but it feels like it's real leather. And on the stick as well, not sure if it can be seen here. If I go in, you can see the texture of leather, and the seam that has been sewn here. It's actually quite a nice thin seam. I can't see any faults with this seam here. And on top, you have your... there's no numbers on this one, but let's say this one works quite well. It's supposed to be installed like this on the table, I believe. So you clamp it like that, and well, I like this. This piece is staying on for a little while longer. Let's get going with the next part. Oh. This is gonna be so fun racing with this one. This bit is fairly heavy. I have no idea how heavy it is. It's probably a good couple of kilos. This same box here. The box material is of the same quality that it was for the gearbox. And as far as I can tell, this one hasn't been opened either. It still has a lot of security tags on. Might have been just that someone has been in there to actually check that the item inside is the item on the box. Yep, that should be all. Let me open this one. Ooh. Here we go. Just put the camera down for a couple of seconds. I could move the box backwards a little bit so I have more room. So I'm feeling that this is going to be a little bit more to take out. So what we have here is the instruction manual, where you plug stuff in and where they go and how to test certain things. Alright, we might need that one for the future. It's good to have. Right, so the first item out of the box is your default power cable with... oh yeah, it's one of these, the old cassette player plug, whatever they're called. I don't really recall. As I said on the other video when I saw one of these from the USB hub, I don't really know what these guys are called. Doesn't say a good name on that one. Nope, it doesn't. Anyway, let's get on. I want to make sure we get all the stuff here. Not keep you guys sitting around for too long. So, robust box and cable length seam quite acceptable. That should be about 4-foot cable. And with this one, it should be reach about 7 to 8 feet. Alright, next item out, and I have a feeling this is the pedal. Wow! That was heavy. That is probably because it's so large, but that is really straining my arm when I'm lifting it. Oh, wow. I have a feeling that when I'm getting into the gaming, it's gonna be not so strong. But this being the gas pedal, it presses down really easy. This brake then, it's really got feedback to it. The clutch here, it goes a bit deeper. This has a little bit less strength than that one, and this one is fairly smooth to press down. So let's get it out of the plastic and have a look at it. So here it is. The plastic is fairly good on this one. Not sure if you can hear it, but these are metal. You can probably see my fingerprint. They're quite cold to the touch, but they're coming from the fresh delivery, so I just unboxed this as quickly as I could. Very much. You can see on the back side, they don't have any adjustment settings, but I believe this is exactly what it's going to be. I have a feeling this video is going to be quite dark since this material is all black. I tried to keep it quite light in this room, and I chose it for a specific purpose so that the light is good. Well, let's get on to the wheel itself, which would be this big unit that's in here. Wow, I didn't think the weight was going to be that much either. The wheel is really, really heavy as well. So let's get the right angle up. Oh yeah, it's heavy. It's not as heavy as the foot pedals are, but it definitely got some weight to it. So let's get the plastic of this one. Well, the plastic proved to be a little bit too much to take off with just one hand, so I had to do a quick cut there. Now here you have the wheel, and like this. I don't even know where the middle is anymore. So it's got your usual PlayStation buttons here, which is fantastic because I do have a PlayStation 4. Don't have any racing games with it yet. Oh, that's a good step one. These buttons feel a little bit plasticky, but I have a feeling that they're not meant to be used too often. And they still serve their purposes. These buttons feel a little bit more high quality than these blue ones. They feel a little bit light and might lose connection if you are too rough or play too much. These seem of the same quality as you would have on your gamepad, as well as the directional one there. The wheel itself is really, really sturdy. I'm not bending or moving it anyway. It feels like it's been really, really firmly put there. Then we have the let's get a good angle. The gear shift. Oh, they feel nice, and they turn with, so you don't have to worry. The same on the other side, and they have definitely a strong feeling to it. You have to use your muscles. There's not, even if I'm disturbing it, as you can see there, even when I'm tapping it, it's not gonna accidentally shift gear on you unless you have them much looser than that. This was the front look like. It's actually a nice design, even though I'm never gonna see it once I get my rig up and running. And here comes the USB bit out. Alright, seem to be a few other things here, so you can screw it in and sort it out. And there's a warning tag here, probably not to let kids play with it, because it's got force feedback and everything in this one. And I don't have to have that worry about kids playing with it. No children in this household as of yet. And if they are, they're probably gonna be under supervision while they get to play around with the cool toys. But just be careful. As I said, there's a warning there, so don't let kids play around with this without at least keeping an eye on them. I've seen these being tested, and there's some kind of software that just automatically turns the wheel really quickly around, and you really don't want to have to take a trip to A&E and having the kid's arm reattached or something. This is really sturdy, and this feels like solid piece of metal. It's actually a real solid piece of metal. This black here goes all around. I'm well surprised at the high quality on this, but it's gonna be fun to try and test this and see how well it works. And hopefully be able to edit this video. Also like the fact that the bottom here is flat. I'm no driver myself, but I've heard that the race people seem to like the flat bottom of the wheel. So I actually like it. I don't know why, I just simply do. Alright guys, I'm gonna get this one installed and have a test drive if I'm able to. And I'll come back in a couple of days with a review on how well this wheel behaves. Alright guys, until next time, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys on the battlefield.